it looks like Bethesda finally did it. They fixed their stability issues. It is the 17th of November 2025, and we were not expecting any updates to fix up the stability issues until the 24th and the first half, or 24th of November 2025 and the first half of December 2025. But the stability issues are fixed finally. I'm in Jamaica X-Plane here. I was working on this before the update, prepping it for a video for the 25th of December. And I was not able to get in here prior, like all this stuff froze. My last save file was right about here. And the thing about save files is that you never ever look at highly populated areas. So the game will have to load all this stuff in. If you're not looking at it, then it's still there, but it doesn't technically have to load it in. So yeah, always be wary about your save files. If you're going to save, do it outside of the project. Don't look at any highly populated areas and then save. Like somewhere right here would be good. But over here, as soon as I would load it, I would try to turn around and it would just freeze the game immediately as soon as I went into Jamaica X-Plane. Luckily, I was here and I was able to path my way to the Coast Guard without it freezing, so I can work on there. But yeah, stability issues are fixed to at least to when it was prior to the next, or prior to this anniversary update. Now, I don't want to show too much in here because I still need to prep Jamaica X-Plane for a video, even though I've been live streaming this for the past year. I don't want too many people to see it quite yet. So now we'll just walk all the way up to the Coast Guard to make sure that the game is not going to freeze. But I don't know why they released an update like this to begin with. Like, it just does not bode well for them as a company. Like, I'm happy that they finally fixed it, but what are their next two updates going to do? And I was really annoyed at the fact that I had my auto update turned off, and yet I was live streaming that day, the day of the update, the 10th of November 2025. And I had not updated it yet. I had the auto updates turned off. I was streaming for about 55 minutes on my PS5 just to find out that it stopped streaming after about 13 minutes on my actual laptop. So I stopped the game. I went downstairs to hard restart the modem and came upstairs, and I reset my PS5 as well, turned it off, turned it back on. When I turned it on, the auto update was already, or the update was already updating. Like, I didn't have a choice. So what they did was completely circumvented my right to consent. So does my PS5 system even belong to me anymore? Like, why are they doing auto updates? If you're gonna do auto updates on my fucking PS5, then you know what? You can keep your fucking PS5. Like, it's one thing to get auto updates on my friggin' laptop all the time, which I don't really friggin' care about, but to get them constantly on my PS5 and the friggin' games without a recourse to go back is just phenomenally stupid. Like, that's just control freak attitude right there. So, I mean, I love Fallout 4. It's provided me with over almost 6,000 hours of building experience. I use this as a creative outlet. I do not like going outside in public anymore. I had my experience with land art projects, and people are just vindictive, vandalizing little pricks. Some of them, not all of them. The majority isn't, but some people are, and those are the people that really ruin it for everyone else. So I don't like going outside, and I will especially never do a public land art project again. That really drained me. Anyways. So now we're reaching a highly populated area, so if it's going to freeze, it'll freeze here, but it won't do that unless I'm in workshop mode and I do something stupid. So this truck alone has about 200 items on it, oh, maybe about 120. And then the front entrance to the Coast Guard, like this front entrance alone has about 65 items, and that's not including the walls or the top part, just this part here. That's 65 items right there. Like, this meshed alone is what, 12 items in there? So the next gen update was good because it basically increased the build size limit to 3 times the amount, because I remember building in Hangman's Alley.
Need to get back to Diamond City one of these days. Biggest town I ever saw.
On the PS4 version on the PS5, and I only got to about 7.5 times the build limit, and then I was forced to migrate over to the PS5 version of it, the next gen. And it took about 4 or 5 months for the modders to get their stuff out and ready. But honestly, the next gen update really improved the game as far as stability issues. Like, there's no way in hell that I would be able to build something this big. And this still isn't really big for me. There's a lot of stuff on the other side that I still need to detail, a lot of stuff on this side that I still need to detail, a lot of stuff up here that I still need to detail. So really I need a system that can really, provide me with like 3, 5 times the amount of computing power so I can really detail the shit out of these builds. But as it goes right now, I'm fairly content with how large I'm about to build. Because the plan is to build a road from all the way from the east side of the map to the west side of the map. And we're getting there. That's the thing. I want to be able to spend, 5 years, 10 years, 25 years on a project. Because to me, anything less than that is just a waste of time. Like anyone could do a year-long project. Anyone could do a 20, 40, 100-hour, even a 1,000-year project. Not too many people are willing to spend 5,000, 10,000, 25,000 hours on a project. But really, that's the only time that you're going to make anything of any substantial meaning, is by committing that much time. Like I follow in the footsteps of Nek Chan, which is a East Indian artist who did land art. Another one would be Coral Castle. There was another guy that built tunnels underneath, I think, the California desert. Built miles and miles of tunnels by himself with a little bit of help. Another person, there's Ed Scallon for Coral Castle. There's another person that built his own castle. And these are guys that are spending 25, 30, 35, 40 years on a project. To me, that is worthwhile. Like, that's the thing. This life is just another life for me. We are eternal beings. So for an eternal being, although I'm not going to remain in this body for eternity, but eternal beings, it's just like, what is 5,000 hours to an eternal being? Maybe not even a second to us. So it's just, for me, spending that much time, it's a commitment. Because I'm sure there will be many other lives. Hopefully not in the material realm, but nevertheless. We're just doing some testing here. I have a shit ton of experience on this engine. I have, 6,000 hours of building experience on here. And I started with the PS4 Slim 9 years ago. And then I bought the PS4 Pro specifically so I can build larger settlements in Fallout 4. That was the only reason that I bought it. And when I bought the PS4 Pro, I could not even enter my castle without it freezing within a couple seconds to a couple minutes. So I was very, very unhappy. I did not make a lot of friends. I did not make any friends at all with any of the Bethesda members that were on Instagram, because I gave them essays of what I felt. I was not a happy camper. So I bought the PS5, I think, a couple years ago, just a little over a couple years. And then when the next gen came out, it was a sloppy mess. The PS5 was pretty much on par with how big I can build on the PS4 Pro. And it wasn't until the next gen update where they decreased the draw distance and tightened the loading zones. So the loading zones are much smaller and a lot tighter now, so you can build a lot more. The processor, the engine doesn't have to compute all that at once. I think there's still a lot of room for improvement, as I could really make the game freeze if I wanted to by zooming in on certain high density areas. But this looks good. These lights will turn on right about here. Like you see the draw distance. It would be cool if I can actually see the bridge. But like, can see how much is missing now. The fact that it doesn't have to load that up really decreases the load on the processor and the engine. This looks good. I said I don't want to be showing too much of this, just because I have to do a video on this, and even though I live stream daily, it's just like I don't want too many people noticing this until I'm ready to actually show it. So we'll just head down to Westing Estate, and Westing Estate is what I was working on just before the anniversary update, or just after the anniversary update, because that was the only area that I could actually go to work. There was a couple Creation Club menus that were not working. Well, actually only one that I could find. That was Capital Wasteland. Like, you can go buy that menu, but as soon as you hit Capital Wasteland, it would freeze. So I tested that. That works well. So I think we're good to go. Just run up to the Westing Estate here quickly. So your save files before the anniversary update are fine. The save files that you had during this debacle is also fine. Well, that's the thing. You always make sure you have 2, 3, even 4 saves at the exact same area, just to be sure. Because I've lost save files so many effing times in my life. I've been gaming for what, 46 years old, and I've been gaming for 42, 43 years. Now I intuitively know how these things are supposed to work. But yeah, let's go into workshop mode here quickly. Let's see how that behaves. But I've already checked it out, so I know it works. There are some menus that still freeze, but that's only because it's conflicting with some other. See, this menu would freeze. I needed this menu because I was going to put the parking lot meter here to make it look like a gas line for the tiki torch. So these are etheric generators. The most 2 common sources of power in the world is not atomic energy. It is ether and water. You have been misled. Yep, everything looks good. Okay. So, November 17th, 2025, Fallout 4 Bethesda has fixed the stability issues, and now I can recommence my Jamaica plane X build and get a video out hopefully on December 25th. So that's it. Build at your heart's content. My Fallout 4 Vault Dwellers, have a good day.